Well, hello friends. I hope you're having a beautiful fall season so far. I am so excited to be sharing a fall home tour with you all. So I live in Southern Illinois. We built our home about 3 years ago, and I'm excited to share all of the rooms decorated for fall this season. So let's go ahead in and check it out. I wanted to mention that today is a collab with some other wonderful YouTubers that I call sweet dear friends of mine, Nicole Murphy and Simply Lake and Lace. I know you guys follow both of them probably, but if you don't, make sure you do. I'll have their videos linked down below if you would like to check out their homes. They have beautiful styles. Holly built a home around the same time I did, and we do have very similar styles. She does like that more Southern, classic, traditional look. So if you like that style, check out Holly's channel. And Nicole has a very organic, cottage-like, cozy home that is just beautiful. Nicole and I are great friends in real life, and we go to each other's homes very often, so it's fun to get to share this piece with you all. So definitely go check out her channel as well. Subscribe to both of them. I know you guys will just love their home tours. Starting off in the foyer of our home, we have a very open concept layout in our home, which we did very intentionally whenever we designed our home and made changes to the floor plan. So when you walk in, we have an open space. We have a hutch that I decorated for fall. I love this hutch. And if you missed my last video, I did share how I decorated my dining room very simply. I love using lots of neutral colors, adding some decor in. So some of the things that I added for fall over on our hutch were some deeper colored books. I love those moody colors this time of year. I also added in some pumpkins and cinnamon brooms. They smell so good. I also love to collect pottery pieces, so I have a good amount of my collection on this hutch. I used to have this on the other side of my dining room, but I decided to add extra chairs for seating around the holidays, so I didn't have as much space in our dining room, so I just moved it to our entryway, and I love it. It has some really nice deep drawers on the bottom, and we actually keep all of our shoes there. So whenever we come in the front door, we can put our shoes here, and you can throw your keys into a bowl or whatever you need. And I've had this set up for a few months now and really enjoy it. On top of the hutch, I do have some pumpkins and dry gourds in a basket. And I also have a faux tree beside it just for some more contrast. On the other side of our foyer, we have our dining room and we have our table that seats 8, which is really nice for a large family like ours and having friends and family over. I love to host dinners, and we do eat dinner around the table most nights. So I kept our tablescape very simple just for every day, but I do like to do a full tablescape for special occasions. I have this really large vase with some oak stem branches that are almost going from green to brown. I thought the colors were beautiful, and there are little acorns on the stems as well. So I love these. They are very large stems. This is a very large vase, so I felt like it filled the table enough where I didn't need anything else. However, I do have a little table in the corner that I will set this vase on whenever we eat dinner. That way it's out of the way. So that's the tablescape. I also added this beautiful picture. This is my favorite. I feel like this was a focal piece for the season, and it's a beautiful autumn painting. I love the frame itself, and the picture is just beautiful. It's a perfect autumn landscape art picture, and I just love the detail that it gives. So I have a picture light over it, and again, I wanted to save some room in our dining room, so I added extra chairs at the end, and I didn't have a ton of room for anything else on this wall. I thought about doing a full gallery wall over here on this wall, but decided to just keep it as this main focal picture. So that is the dining room. Now let's head into the living room, which is right across from this space. Now we're in our living room, which is one of my favorite places to decorate every season. We have our built-in shelves on either side of the fireplace that are so fun to style, decor, and create different looks with. So I'm gonna take you guys a little closer and we'll check out the shelf styling, pillows, arranging everything. I went for a very just cozy, soft, organic look. I like mixing in old and new items, and I love a rich, cozy color palette with rust colors and lots of browns and just golden tones. And then I also threw in a little bit of a peachy rust this year as well, and I feel like it gives a nice contrast. So let's go check it out. First thing I did in the living room was change out our landscape picture to a fun print on our frame TV. And then I added some faux magnolia stems to our fireplace. I love these. They're the perfect golden hue and they're like a velvet touch and they are so cozy. I also love having our fireplace on. It's an electric fireplace, but it does put out a lot of heat in the wintertime and the flames are so cozy. So that's always really fun. And then on my shelves, I styled some everyday decor and just mixed in some fall pieces. So I have some dried gourds in a basket. I also have some faux pumpkins. I have some fall landscape art pictures. A lot of these pieces I've found at vintage markets or garage sales, and I love thinking of the time that I got them whenever I bring them out each season. A lot of times it holds special memories to me going antiquing with my mom or going to fall markets with family. It's just a lot of fun. On the other side of the fireplace, I keep the color palette in the same tone, but I use different decor. So I have a cozy little lamp in this corner that I love kicking on at night, and it just adds a nice glow to the space. I also have some more artwork. I have some pine cones in a bowl that smell like cinnamon, so it smells really good coming over here. All of my kids' children's books are in this cabinet right here, so it's kind of nice having the little lamp. They're always grabbing books every day, and it's a very well-loved cabinet, so it's nice to have this nice and cozy over here. I also have a design book that I love, and I have it open to a fall page that is very inspiring. So I also have some fall leaves that are in a crock and a little pumpkin in a cloche, candles. I love having LED candles so I can kick them on at night and they're very cozy. I also have a fall landscape art picture, some pumpkins and books and paper mache bowls, things that have really organic textures and also staying in that color palette. So this is the other side of the shelves. I feel like this side is my favorite. I like to keep my living room pretty clutter-free, so I have just a few things on my coffee table itself. I have this little floral arrangement with some beautiful brown leaves, a few books. I always keep my remote on here, and then on the other small table, I have two rotating chairs, which the kids always love, but it is nice to be able to turn around if we have family over and everyone can kind of be in this main area and you can swivel the chairs around and chat with everybody. So those are really nice. And I have a variety of pillows that I got this year that I feel like really do make the space feel very cozy and welcoming. We have a taupe colored sectional from Home Reserve that we love, and I have some really cozy brown throw blankets. I have some buffalo plaid pillows. I have this color. This is the one I was telling you about. It's kind of like a peachy rust color. I have this pillow, and then I also have a blanket that's in that color. And then I have just a mix of floral pillows and some more buffalo check, mixing in different kinds of plaids with florals and just creating a unique look. I recently added this sofa table to the back end of our sectional that separates the living room from the kitchen. And I added a few decor pieces on here. I have some baskets at the bottom filled with some fall pillows and blankets. I have a jack-o'-lantern, some more dried gourds, I have a candle that I don't actually light because I feel like that would be a little hazardous right behind the couch, but I think it looks nice. And then I've got some books, a lamp with a rechargeable light bulb in it, and then a arrangement. That's how I kind of tie in my decor from the living room flowing into the kitchen. So let me flip you guys around and show you our kitchen. All right, welcome to our kitchen, the heart of our home. I love to bake and make food for my family, so I am in here most of the time. Most of my day spent in the kitchen, and I love it. I was so excited to design this space when we were building our home, and it is so fun to style for the different seasons. So fall is probably my favorite time to decorate in the kitchen. I love the fall decor, and I have a lot of fun hosting pieces that are geared towards fall. So let's head over there and I'll give you guys a closer look. The focal point in our kitchen is this large arrangement that I have out on our kitchen island, and I have a very large Lazy Susan with some faux figs, and then I have a candle burning. It smells so good. It's called Sunday Brunch from Pulliam Creek Farms, and it is so good. I made it at a candle class a few months ago. Then I also have this berry arrangement that I think is very unique and different for fall, and I love the different tones. They're kind of like a plum color, and then the leaves are green, but they are turning brown, so I thought it was great for this time of year. You guys know that I love making pumpkin chocolate chip muffins and all of the fall desserts and baked goods. So I have this beautiful pumpkin cloche that I have setting out this time of year. I also have a checkered cutting board that I think is just a timeless piece. I got this a few months back, but I'm gonna keep it out all year round. And then I have some faux wheat stems, a little pumpkin spice seasoning that I keep out because I use it quite a bit this time of year. In my cabinets on either side of our hood vent, I have lots of seasonal hosting pieces. I have our fall plates and bowl sets. They're this beautiful brown floral print. I love those. I also switch out like our everyday drinking glasses to these colored ones. They're kind of like an amber glass color. And then I created some vignettes with just nice pieces to have, like our stoneware pitcher, our copper teapot, keeping those on autumnal colors. And then I also have these little bowls that I use all the time this time of year for different charcuterie boards and just different things that I need them for. I have all of it tucked away in this cabinet. I also have this fun rod that's above my stove, and I like having this here because I can have my wooden spoons, my measuring cups, and I also think it just adds a nice visual interest to this space. I didn't want to actually screw anything into our tile, so I found a tension rod that was able to suction to our cabinet, so I can take it down easily whenever I'm ready to switch it out. I also have this really pretty brown leaf tea towel, and I've been using it a ton this year, so I always have that out on my stove. And then I switched out the wreath on our hood vent to a really pretty fall colored one. On the other side of the stove, I have another cabinet where I keep more just practical items or hosting things. I love my leaf shaped pottery mug. It's the thumbprint mug, so I reach for that every day. And then I have some goblet cups that I always use for my fall tablescapes when I'm hosting. And yeah, I just have some arrangements and pumpkins and just fun little fall things in there. And then I have a fall cookbook, it's a regular cookbook, but I turned it onto a recipe where it has chocolate chip pumpkin muffins. They are different than the ones that I typically make, but I thought I would give them a go sometime. And then I have a little touch lamp and another candle from Pulliam Creek Farms. This one is pumpkin spice latte, and it smells delicious. I've almost burned through it. I've got about a quarter of the way left to go, so I've been enjoying that this season. And then, like I said, I love to bake, so I have my little baking section right here that I keep up all the time. And then let me show you my coffee bar. This is definitely my favorite corner of the house. I think I can say that confidently. So I have my espresso machine and I make a nice coffee every single day. I've posted lots of recipes for fall on my recent videos in my fall 2025 playlist. But I just love the look of this area. I added some leaf stems to the top shelf, and I have some fun, I feel like unique fall pieces. I have an acorn basket that I found at an antique store. I also have this really fun squirrel container, and it looks like a little walnut. I also have this pumpkin bowl that is perfect for soups and casseroles, so I pull that out this time of year and use it as much as I can. I also have these mugs that I just feel like are the perfect autumn mug. I love the two-tone pottery look. I have a pumpkin butter dish and just some practical things. And I just love this corner. It's got my espresso machine, my KitchenAid mixer. This is where I do a lot of work over here. So it's fun to style it up for this season. I also wanted to mention that I printed out an autumn bucket list for our family and wrote down a bunch of things that I would like to do as a family this season. I didn't share this in my Decorate With Me, but it's been a fun way to kind of be a reminder to do some fun autumn things this time of year. So I got this template off of another YouTuber. So I will link it down below in case you want to print one out as well. But her name is Ashlyn Eaton, and she creates beautiful fall content as well. I'm going to do my best to show the other side of our kitchen. This wall has our sink and it looks out into our back field and my little garden nook beside our porch. So all summer long while I'm washing dishes, I can look at our beautiful flowers, but I just pulled them because they have officially ran their course. But it was a beautiful summer full of zinnias and sunflowers and all of these beautiful flowers that I grew for the first time this year. So that was a lot of fun, and I've switched out a lot of stuff decor wise in this area of our kitchen. So one is this new antique piece of furniture that I added a few months back. I added a mirror above it, and I took your guys' advice on my kitchen Decorate With Me video, and I added a wreath to this mirror. This is a real dried magnolia wreath, and I love it. It's so cozy. It goes with the colors in this room. It also goes with the ones on the fireplace mantle. So it all ties in together, which is nice. And on it, I just have a candle and some pumpkins. And then beside it, I have our floating shelves on either side of our sink. And I have some fun pumpkin crocks. I've got a cast iron pumpkin that I can make soups in. That's new. I picked that up this year and I'm so excited to use it. I haven't yet, but I have some soup recipes, and a bucket list item for fall is to make a new soup every week, once a week. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I've got this beautiful fall or pumpkin cast iron dish to make them in. I also have a pumpkin pie dish that's shaped as a pumpkin. I have this really pretty grapevine pumpkin that lights up and it gives such a cozy look. So that's on our counter. I've switched out our hand soaps to a apple cider scent. Then on the other side, I have my pumpkin drink dispenser and a few more autumnal things that are perfect for hosting. Now let's head into our master bedroom. I just shared a fall Decorate With Me in here. We did move our bed around and added some new nightstands, so I'll link that video if you'd like to check it out. But it feels so cozy in here now, and I'm just loving it for this time of year. So we have some gingham bedding with extra pillows. I did add extra this time of year because I feel like it's very cozy, and we love it. I also have some extra blankets at the end of our bed and a little pumpkin pillow. And then on our nightstands, I added a few different vignettes with some fall stems in them and little pumpkins. I have a little pumpkin candle on one side, and the other main thing for fall in here is that I added some wreaths on either side of our sliding doors leading into our bathroom. I did decorate in our bathrooms just a little bit, so I thought I would show you guys that. This is our master bathroom off of our primary bedroom, and I have a fall arrangement in the corner by our bathtub. I also have a fall candle in here, and I added some leaves above both of our mirrors. We have a his and hers vanity, so I added some pretty leaves to the tops of those. And yeah, just kept it very simple. I did add a little gold leaf trivet. That way I can set my jewelry in it every night. And yeah, just little simple touches like that really make it feel cozy in here for this time of year. In my kids' bathroom, I added a little jack-o'-lantern, paper mache with a candle, and then another one of these grapevine pumpkins that light up, and it's so cozy at night. I kept it very simple in here, and just that way it looks clean and fresh, but I wanted it to be a little cozy for the fall time. In my daughter's room, we switched out her books to all of her fall themed books, and then I added just a few things in her room to make it feel cozy this time of year. We love to do nature walks, so we'll walk down our driveway through a part of our woods and collect acorns and leaves, and she has a fun time with that. So I have a little jar full of things from our nature walks. We also pick flowers and just whatever she wants to grab, and it's a lot of fun. And then we'll make crafts with it. She's made a wreath full of leaves that she's picked, and it's just been super fun to do that this time of year with her. She's almost 3, so we're about to switch up her room and give her a big girl bed, and my girls will be sharing a room. Braylee's still in our room currently. I have 2 girls that are under 2 right now, almost a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, but yeah, she's gonna have a twin size bed in here soon, so that's gonna be fun. And last but not least, we have my son's room, and he likes to make a lot of his own fall decorations. He likes to craft. He's 8 years old, so I let him just do whatever he wants with that. He's made a banner behind his bed that says "Go Longhorns." We're big Texas Longhorn fans for football. And then he also has a light up fall tree. Him and Breland both do. And it just adds a cozy glow in here at night. I have some pumpkin pillows, some little animal figurines, and again, he has also been going on our nature walks, and we'll collect things for crafts to do later, and it's been a lot of fun. So here's his little cozy room for this time of year. All right, that wraps up our home tour. We do have a basement underneath our home, and I did share in my last video an office review and the downstairs basement decorated for fall. So I'll have that video linked down below if you want to see the rest of the house, but this is the main part that I decorate, and it's been a really sweet fall so far. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're having a great fall and autumn season. Make sure to check out the other girls' fall home tours as well. I'll have their videos linked down below. Subscribe to their channels. I know you all will just love them. Thank you guys for spending some time with me today, and I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Bye, friends.